New York City in the early 20th century was a cauldron of ambition and desperation. Immigrants from Castellammarese del Golfo in Sicily found power not through honest work, but in the shadows, through loyalty, violence and silence. This was the birth of the Bonanno crime family, a clan bound by blood and a shared Sicilian origin. Their story began in Brooklyn's gritty neighborhoods where they controlled streets, offered protection and ran illegal rackets. Prohibition changed everything, turning small-time operations into a multi-million-dollar empire as they dominated the black market for alcohol. The Castellammarese War erupted in 1930, a bloody struggle against Joe Masseria's faction. The war's end saw the rise of the Commission, the Mafia's governing body, and the formal recognition of the five families. The Castellammarese crew, now led by Salvatore Maranzano, became one of them. But Maranzano's reign was brief, setting the stage for a new leader who would define the family's legacy. Out of violence and ambition, the Bonanno family emerged as a force in America's criminal underworld. Their territory was set, their power cemented, but the real legend was just beginning. After Maranzano's assassination, a young and cunning leader took charge, Joseph Bonanno, just 26. Bonanno was strategic, valuing loyalty and tradition, and built a tightly knit organization of fellow Sicilians. He avoided the spotlight, investing illicit profits into legitimate businesses and expanding the family's reach beyond New York. For over 30 years, Bonanno ruled with quiet authority, earning the nickname The Father. His influence stretched to Arizona, California and Canada, envisioning a transnational empire. To outsiders, he was a businessman. To insiders, a powerful patriarch. But his rigid adherence to old ways became a weakness as the world changed. Bonanno's ambition and belief in his own invincibility would soon spark a conflict that threatened everything he built. The stage was set for the infamous Banana War. The family's greatest test was about to begin. The Bonanno family's power was built on classic mob rackets, illegal gambling, loan sharking and labor racketeering. They controlled unions, extorted businesses and infiltrated legitimate industries, making mob payments a cost of doing business. Drug trafficking, especially heroin, became a major source of profit, with international connections fueling the infamous Pizza Connection case. The family operated like a corporation, Bonanno at the top, with layers of underbosses, capos and soldiers. This hierarchy insulated leadership from direct prosecution, allowing the empire to endure. Their criminal network was vast, disciplined and profitable, but the higher they climbed, the more exposed they became. The seeds of their downfall were already sown. In the 1960s, Bonanno's ambition led him to plot against rival bosses, a move that backfired spectacularly. Betrayed by Joseph Colombo, Bonanno was declared a traitor and vanished, sparking chaos within the family. The Commission installed Gaspar di Gregorio as boss, splitting the family into warring factions. The resulting Banana War turned Brooklyn streets into battlegrounds, pitting old allies against each other. The most infamous shootout on Troutman Street drew public and law enforcement scrutiny. Bonanno reappeared after 2 years, but his authority was shattered. Forced into retirement, he and his son retreated to Arizona. The war left the family weakened, divided and vulnerable. Their prestige was gone and rivals and the government closed in. The once mighty Bonannos were now seen as fractured and exposed. The code of silence was broken. Their golden era had ended. After the Banana War, the Bonanno family spiraled into decline. The final blow came from within. FBI agent Joseph Pistone, undercover as Donnie Brasco, infiltrated the family for 6 years. His evidence led to over 100 convictions, decimating the leadership and getting the Bonannos expelled from the Commission. The 1980s and 90s brought relentless law enforcement pressure and the RICO Act, dismantling the family piece by piece. Even bosses like Joseph Bonanno turned government witness, shattering the old code. Today, the Bonanno family is a shadow of its former self, its power gone, its numbers depleted, and its legacy tarnished. The criminal empire Joe Bonanno built is now just a memory. Their story is a cautionary tale of ambition, betrayal, and the relentless reach of the law. From the shadows of Brooklyn to the heights of power, the Bonannos' rise and fall mirrors the fate of the American Mafia itself. The legend has faded, but the lessons remain.